It's your man Phil Williams from the Phil Williams Show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody come on in. Thank you guys for taking some time out of your day to let me chime in. United for Freedom. Ken Thompson, what's up, buddy? What's going on, Mike? I think that's Keena. How you doing, Keena? Everybody, just keep on coming in. I'm telling you, United for Freedom. Q, what's up? When I grow up, I want to be just like Q. What's up, Gary Blackman? What's going on, everybody? United for Freedom. Join our group on Facebook. We are United for Freedom. We are about holding these politicians accountable. Our daily missions are designed to let the Congress and the so-called conservatives, let them know that we are watching. We are not dead. We are not sitting on our hands. Let them know that we are going to hold them accountable for what they said they were going to do as conservatives. We are for full repeal of Obamacare. Why are we for full repeal? Because the government should not be involved in these kind of decisions. That's not freedom. The less government, the better. What's up, James? How you doing, James? Joan, how you doing, Joan? Keep on coming in. I can only keep this up for about another 20 seconds. Probably not even that long. But just thank you and welcome to the show. Please, what's up, Lavana, Steve? Check out my friend Shannon Joy. I am pushing Shannon Joy because we are those non-popular new voices. What's up, Larry? We're them non-popular new voices. Excuse me. Yes, Shannon, she's doing excellent. She's doing awesome. She's far more popular than I am. But we're those new non-popular voices. What's up, Valerie? This is all I'm saying. The old voices, the ones that you keep hearing, they are not smart. They are not the ones. They're not the ones. They've already sold you out. You should already know how they ride the fence. You should already know how far they will go with you with conservatism. You should already know this. Just like it's time to get a new suit or a new pair of shoes, a makeover, you got to do the same thing when it comes to your media choices. People like Shannon and myself are vowing for that attention. But now I'm going to speak for myself as a true conservative, a creative conservative. We got to do something new when it comes to conservatism, people. Conservatism is the key. Just like us as Christians, we believe Christ is the key. To me, it's no coincidence that they both start with a C. Conservatism is the key. How do you know conservatism is the key? Because conservatism is the thing that's under attack more than anything in our nation. Another C word that's under attack, how you know it's the key, is our children. Our children is under attack. Our Christianity shows when it comes to our children, how does God think about our children? Train a child up in the way they should go. Who's the greatest in heaven? Unless you humble yourself like a child. See, children are the focus of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Conservatism is the key to America. This is why it's misrepresented. This is why as conservatives, we have to get up off of what we've been on and understand we are the ones that's supposed to save this country. Conservative principles is the thing that's supposed to save this country. We are doing a lousy job at educating other voters to why conservatism should be the key. What's another C word? The Constitution. I'm telling you, it's no coincidence that these things starts with C's. Because they need us to see how to save ourselves, how to save our souls, all the way to our cereal bowls. Our freedoms rely on it. Which brings me to the reason for this post. All these talking heads are supposed to be so smart and so brilliant. I've been watching him all day I'm sorry, don't hold it against me, from Fox News all the way to MSNBC, which I heard is doing better than Fox News now. Go figure. But every single person up there is trying to explain Donald Trump. They're trying to explain the Jeff Sessions thing. They're trying to explain the transgender thing. They're always trying to explain this guy. Since these are the ones that already sold you out, why would you trust any of their assessments? Why don't you give me a try? Let me explain this to you. First, set it on the platform of the Constitution, and then set it on the platform of conservatism. Who is the Constitution's number one enemy when it comes to political affiliations? Progressivism, liberalism, communism, socialism. All these things are enemies of our Constitution. All of them. All of them. But the biggest one is conservatism. That principle is designed to keep your freedom. That's the platform. That's the principle. Conservatism. Now, Donald Trump, it's this easy to understand. And I can understand why some of you people don't want to go down this memory lane, because it's going to remind you how your favorite politician got only so far and then stopped. They can only take you so far when it comes to conservatism. When Donald Trump ran, the first thing he started doing was pandering to the fear of white people that were fearing that the census was accurate. Within the next 10, 20 years, the white people are going to become the minority. This was the first thing that popped out of his mouth. What was it? We're going to kick out all the Mexicans, all the illegals. We're going to kick them out. White people were like, yeah. What was the second thing that came out of his mouth? We're going to build a wall to keep them out. Yeah. What was the third thing that came out of his mouth? Slap John McCain. Because John McCain said something that was not good. And John McCain has a reputation of being a soldier, prisoner of war, longtime councilman or Congress or in the Senate. Somebody with credibility. So Donald Trump had to slap a Republican with credibility that came out and said, whoa, wait a second. Kicking all these people out? Building walls? That's not American. So Donald Trump had to belittle John McCain. I don't like people to get captured. Now this man is asking to be the commander-in-chief. What happens when one of our soldiers get captured? He told you he doesn't like our soldiers. He considers that weak. Because John McCain, somebody of stature, said something against this dude in his populist type rhetoric. But let's fast forward a little bit from that. Donald Trump ran a campaign, what? Beating the dog stank out of conservatives. That's what he does. He beats conservatives. He's a conservative wrecking machine. He has obtained the White House by pandering and beating the hell out of conservatives. He's a lifelong liberal. Prior to running for president, he was funding people that beat the dog stank out of conservatives. Donald Trump hates conservatism. Also, Donald Trump does not like the justice system, especially when it doesn't work for his behalf. Donald Trump has probably tried as a billionaire to sue more little Americans than you can imagine. He's a lawsuit machine, also a conservative wrecking ball. Little Americans being cheated by this dude are suing him. He came into this. He's not a fan of our justice system when it doesn't work for him. It's easy to understand Donald Trump. He's a conservative basher, and he doesn't like the rule of law unless he can use it to keep money in his pocket. Most of his lawsuits are what? Somebody said something bad about me. Instead of just moving on, look at what he's doing in his White House. The mooch. Praising Donald Trump. He wants to surround himself with people who praise this dude. Which brings me to explain the Jeff Sessions. This is easy with Jeff Sessions. You ready? Even though I don't like him because he sold out conservatism to get behind Trump, who is a conservative basher, smasher, masher, trasher, Jeff Sessions is a conservative. He can only go so far before he'll sell himself out, but he's a conservative. And he's a person in the rule of law that's not doing what Donald Trump wants him to do. He's got it twice. This is very easy. Donald Trump is just bashing another conservative. And he's trying to use the fact of the rule of law to be his excuse. He's trying to use the rule of law to his advantage, just like he's always done. It's not nothing about loyalty. Donald Trump used Jeff Sessions because he's the first one to tell all the other senators it's okay to compromise. Because America is built on firsts. Everybody was sitting back and saying, who's going to be the first? Who's going to be the first? I don't want to be the first. Jeff Sessions said, I'll do it. He was the first, and then everybody else said, okay. Donald Trump used Jeff Sessions because he needed a Jeff Sessions for conservative credibility. Just like he needed Sean Hannity for conservative credibility. He's a lifelong liberal with no track record of endorsing anything but conservatism in his frickin' life. So now Jeff Sessions, the conservative aspect is being bashed. Let me tell you something why else Jeff Sessions is being trashed in the open. Because Donald Trump is not being praised in the open. Think about it, people. How many times do you hear, with all these moves that Jeff Sessions is making in the Justice Department as Attorney General, how many times do you hear Donald Trump's name? You hear Jeff Sessions is doing this, Jeff Sessions is doing that, Jeff Sessions is doing this. You're talking about somebody who is serving a narcissist that has to hear his name first. Jeff Sessions is sucking the spotlight, even though he's doing the things that Donald Trump want him to do. Donald Trump has to smash people who suck the spotlight. Jim Comey, remember what was his excuse? Grandstander? Jeff Sessions is getting more of the credit for all these policy decisions in the Justice Department, not Donald Trump. So a conservative is getting more press attention when it comes to the things that Donald Trump wants done than Donald Trump does. So Jeff Sessions is now roadkill. He can't get rid of him. Why? Because conservatives and even liberals and everybody's coming to this man's defense. He wants to. He doesn't have the Comey effect. See, Donald Trump doesn't have the ability to do like he did with Comey. Hey, I got rid of Comey. Everybody didn't like him. You guys were the ones that said you didn't like him. He can't do that with Sessions. So he has to ridicule him in the open and try to get him to quit. Because he knows he can't fire him. He knows it. He knows it. Let me tell you something. Donald Trump is not concerned with replacing him. Donald Trump is not concerned about somebody saying, well, shoot, if he does that to Comey, he'll do it to me. Donald Trump's not concerned with that. Let me tell you why. Because Donald Trump was never concerned. Donald Trump is the gift that will keep on giving when it comes to 2018. And as long as your favorite politician continues to back this dude, Use whatever political maneuvering. Don't forget this is a different kind of guy, right? We have to have a different kind of thought process. Donald Trump is designed to have Republicans and conservatives to keep defending him, while liberals switch their talking points to sound more conservative. Once you conservatives get so freaking frustrated, you keep your butt home. We're in a 50-50 country. Liberals need you to stay home. When you get so dismayed by Donald Trump and so freaking frustrated, the liberals right now are sounding conservative right now as we speak. They're using conservative talking points right now. Why? Because Donald Trump's not using them. They're sitting out there in the open. I'm not popular enough for you to share my messages. You're not trying to make me go viral. You're not trying to make Shannon Joy go viral. You're not trying to make conservative principles in a creative way go viral. You guys keep helping Donald Trump stay viral by talking about how ridiculous he is. He's not ridiculous. He's hella smart. He's just a freaking liberal. You keep putting an R on him. You keep hoping and praying that he's going to say something conservative. This dude is setting the table for the liberals. I know for all you people out there to say, but the liberals lost these special elections. They didn't count. The special elections didn't count, just like the Republicans voting for full repeal when Obama was there. It didn't matter. They knew that Obama was going to veto it. It didn't matter. The same thing doesn't matter right now with these special elections. It didn't matter. Those were gimmies. Donald Trump was shocked and surprised. Why? Because it said, I'll get another 6 to 8 to 10 months out of this thing. I can say I'm a winner. Look at Donald Trump. Jeff Sessions' seat was never in jeopardy. But Donald Trump takes credit for Sessions endorsing him because Donald Trump said he was focused on crowds. No, Donald Trump was focused on crowds. Sessions didn't care about crowds. Sessions had synergy with Donald Trump because as soon as Donald Trump said, I'm kicking all Mexicans out and building walls, Jeff Sessions was going, ooh, I like that. Donald Trump's a narcissist. Jeff Sessions is a conservative. And Donald Trump hasn't chewed a conservative butt in a long time. And Jeff Sessions is the one whose name is out front of all these policies, not Donald Trump's. Transgender. Thing in the military. These so-called smart talking heads, it's already sold you out. Their assessment is Donald Trump is crazy, he's retarded. Oh, he's trying to throw a conservative bone. He's trying to throw some meat to the conservatives. What does that mean? That conservatives are heartless, Christian bigots, and Donald Trump is throwing us a bone with the transgenders. No, Donald Trump is not throwing us a bone. In a 50-50 country, all Donald Trump managed to do the same thing with the climate accords. Is energize the freaking liberals. He's energizing them. None of your favorite politicians are going to come out and say anything against them. Republicans are just going to let them keep doing it. So the bigot charge will be able to, when it comes to 2018, guess who's going to be there? The gay pride parade is going to be there because Donald Trump just pissed me off. Hi, I'm a transgender. My name is Carla, and Donald Trump just pissed me off. How do I look in this dress? Donald Trump is just energizing the liberals, giving them an opportunity to sound compassionate. He's not doing it to distract you from Russia. Donald Trump doesn't care about Russia. He knows you do. Donald Trump has already gotten away with Russia. He's already gotten away with it. He's got Republicans at every freaking turn, not looking for any evidence, not looking for any conclusion. He's already got Republicans saying, there's no collusion, there's no collusion. You don't have proof. You don't have proof. Come on, we're freaking You're putting Americans in jail right now with no proof. White, black, or indifferent. You're putting them in jail right now on circumstantial evidence. You're taking away people's freedoms right now with no proof. What happened to our big tent? You traded our big tent for this big bigot. Donald Trump's not concerned about Russia. He's a 71-year-old ridiculous man. He's making more money than a little bit, and you put the one with more lawsuits than any American ever run for president in charge of the justice system. He doesn't care about lying to you freaking Congress people. You guys got the approval rate of navel lint. You think Donald Trump's scared of you guys? Please. You think Donald Trump's scared of being impeached? Please. He's got a base that will love him if he shoots somebody in the middle of Fifth Avenue. You think he cares? The question is do you care? If your favorite official will not stand up for conservatism all the way across the line, you have to care. You have to let him know or her know. I'm done. Your 90% approval rate of conservatism sucks if the 10% that you don't vote conservative hands us over to socialism. It means a hill of beans if the 10% that they not voting conservative helps us lose our freedoms. You have to care. You have to care enough to share this kind of information. See, the longer that you don't go back and understand Donald Trump is a conservative basher, as long as you don't want to admit that, why? Because then you have to admit that your favorite congressman is supporting this dude. If you don't want to admit that this is just a freaking liberal that registered with an R, but all of his stuff flip-flops and lands to the benefit of the Democrats and the people that hate conservatism, hate our Constitution, hate Christianity, hate our children, hate colors, and all these kind of things, then you will have to admit that your favorite person right now is supporting this dude. You're an unwilling co-conspirator to the demise of your own freedom because you're stuck behind a personality. And all I'm trying to do is get you to understand principles. The Constitution, conservatism, Christianity, and our children. Donald Trump has already won. He wins every day when you call him a loser. He's not losing anything. You got to start asking the question, what are you losing? Not standing up, not demanding, not joining a group like United for Freedom and demanding conservative constitutional principles to be the guideline. The government's too big. I told you this before. We had 17 people running on the stage for President of the United States on the right side of America, and every single one of them was talking about growing the government. But since I'm not popular enough, oh, I'm sorry. Didn't Rush Limbaugh start out just as non-popular as me? But I would like for you to believe that if God blessed me to get 20, 30 years in like Rush Limbaugh or Sean Hannity, Shucky Ducky, that I would never sell you out. That's what I would like to believe. But as long as you keep listening to these so-called smart people, they're going to keep talking to you like you're dumb. Wake up, America. Donald Trump's not hard to figure out. The thing that's hard about Donald Trump is for you to put him in your cool little Republican understanding, put him in your cool little conservative thought process. That's what's difficult. Take him and put him where he's supposed to be, and you will see this thing in flying colors. Why is he bringing up Hillary now? Because he knows that you want to lock her up. He already told you where he feels. Last little sign of danger. You guys ready? The liberals feel comfortable now with health care. Listen what I'm saying. You hear me? The liberals now are screaming at the top of their lungs. We want single payer. We want single payer. Remember when Obama was pushing his health care, Obamacare? Anytime somebody says single payer, the liberals said, no. But then we found tapes and heard tapes and stuff talking about, no, this is a step to single payer. We're going to have to get this much to get to single payer. They got it. Now the liberals with confidence are saying we want single payer. What does your president want? Your president wants single payer. 22 Republicans in the House will give the president what he wants. 3 senators. 1 second. I'm on the radio. Give me a second. Sorry. Very busy guy. Sorry. Love you. 3 senators out of 52 will give the president what he wants. If you stop trying to fit him in your conservative utopia, if you stop trying to fit him in your Republican box, you will see the Democrats are emboldened. They want single payer, and so does your president. 22-3. Are you telling me there's not 22 people in the House that would give this president what he wants? They think he's a winner. They think they have to have his base. Rance Priebus already told you. We opened up our thing to Democrats. Donald Trump, half of his base is Democrats. Do you think that just because you pander to Donald Trump, that his base is going to support you when this dude when he resigns? You think they're going to support you? No, you're a conservative. They're going to use you just like Donald Trump did. They're going to go vote Democrat. We're in a 50-50 country. And we already know we're infested with rhinos. More than 22 of them. The Democrats are emboldened. They're telling you they want single payer. And Donald Trump already told you that's what he wants. He said, if I remember correctly, that's where I'm liberal. Shoot, I need you to show me where you're conservative. Come on, people, wake up. The talking heads won't tell you this. They've already sold you out. They're trying to protect their reputations. They're the ones trying to throw you a conservative bone here and there. Donald Trump's not doing it. He's not concerned with you. He's already got it made in the shade. Come on, wake up, people. This thing is not hard to figure out. It's just hard to fit in your utopia. That's what's hard. In closing, I thank you for letting me try to explain this thing. Please share it. Please share it. I'm sorry that I'm not that popular. I'm sorry I don't have millions of followers. I'm sorry I'm not getting thousands and hundreds of millions of retweets. I'm sorry I don't have enough money to buy Twitter followers like our president. I'm sorry I don't have all the makeup. I'm sorry I don't have all the props. I don't have all the props to make me look credible. I'm sorry my ceiling fan is not going around making me a fan of man. I'm sorry. I'm just an American just like you, using my little voice and my 2 cents to try to save our freedoms and get us to wake up and educate the community, the liberal voter community who's getting smashed worse than we are. We know they're getting dogged by the liberals. We have proof of it now. But we're too busy trying to defend a personality. We're not even out there trying to help the American people. That's what I'm trying to do. Will you help me? Will you? Come on, people. I'm not special. We're special. But man, you cannot keep giving your time, attention, treasure, and your children's education to people that hate conservatism, that despise our Constitution. Because the casualty is our freedom. Share this. Share this. Thank you for your support. I love you guys with everything I have. I risk getting death threats and all kinds of stuff. But do you think I care? I'm a soldier. Defend enemies, foreign and domestic. And right now, conservatism, Christianity is the key. And I could do all things through Christ Jesus who strengthens me. And so can you. I love you. Hey, share this.